Hello my dear student, hope you are fine and taking care of yourself at your home and doing practice of all the ray diagrams and doing numericals also related to the mirror and refractive index. You have seen the watchmakers many times that they use the magnifying glass to see the small parts of the watches, and also you have seen the persons while studying they use the spectacles. So what are these? These are the materials which are made up of glass, and we say them as a lens. So today we will study about the lens. So before starting the topic, please do like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button for further notification. So let's start. Today we will do the refraction by spherical lenses. Clear? So what is a lens? Lens is a transparent material bound by two refracting surfaces, which out of that both may be spherical or one may be plane. So different type of lenses are there. So what is a lens? Lens is a transparent material bound by the two spherical refracting surfaces. So it is of two type. Lenses are of, basically we say that, two type. That is, one is convex lens and second is concave lens. Second is concave lens. Further, convex lens can be biconvex, plano-convex and concavo-convex. So basically when both the surfaces of the lens are bulging outward, both the refracting surfaces are bulging outward, are known as biconvex, or simply we will say that it is a convex lens. When one surface is plane and other is bulged outward, then it is known as plano-convex lens. Similarly, concave lens, when both the surfaces are curved inward, means both the refracting surfaces are spherical in shape and curved inward, they are known as concave lens. And if one surface is plane and other is curved inward, so it is known as plano-concave lens. So like this, lenses are there. What you are watching in convex lens? You are watching in this convex lens, which is thinner at the edges and thicker in the middle. And what you are watching in concave lens? You are watching which is thicker at the edges and thinner in the middle. So these are the identification of the convex and concave lens. So how these convex lens are formed? And when we are forming this convex lens, we will take a hollow glass sphere. So when this hollow glass, one glass sphere is there and another hollow glass sphere is there. Like this, when two spheres are joined together, these are hollow glass sphere. So when these hollow glass sphere are joined together, then their refracting surfaces, one surface comes out of this, and for this sphere, when we have cut from this, so one surface comes out this. So like this we get a lens, we form a lens, means two hollow spheres. So this sphere have one center, that is center of C1, and this refracting surfaces have, or this hollow sphere have its own center. So this is C2 center. So that's why lenses are formed by two refracting surfaces which are formed from the hollow glass sphere. So therefore the lenses have two center of curvatures, and moreover this point, this midpoint or this central point present on the lens surface of either it is concave or it is convex. This center of this, so this is represented by O also, or we can represent it by simple C also. Maximum in NCERT book it is given O. So this O is known as the optical center. What we call it? Optical center. What is optical center? The center point on the refracting surface of a lens is known as optical center. This is also here when you are having concave. So here also you are watching. So it is also having this mid central point. So this is also the optical center of the lens. And when a ray pass through optical center on any side, like here or anywhere, it go without any deviation. Means it will not bend with any angle. It goes straight without any bending. It go, and it will not whether it is going from here to the top to bottom or like bottom to the like situation. So it will go without any deviation, means it go undeviated. What does it mean? It passes straight. So we have got center of curvatures, we have got optical center. Now the term comes aperture. What you are watching, I have drawn here this let us make again this lens. This is a convex lens and this is concave you are watching. So this one, the circular outline of the lens is known as, or we can say that its effective diameter of the circular outline of the lens is known as its aperture. What we call it? Aperture. What we call this? This is known as, from here to here, the effective diameter of the circular outline of a lens is known as its aperture. Because why? As you can see that we have cut this portion from a circle only. So this circle outline forms its aperture. So these are the some terms that we should know about it. Now let's see another one, that is we have done aperture, we have done optical center. Now let us do about the focus of the lens, principal focus. Principal focus. Before doing principal focus, we should know what is principal axis also. When we are having this convex lens, okay, let me draw again like this now. Yes, when we are having convex lens, this is its optical center, this is C2 and this is C1. So imaginary straight line passing through this optical center and center of curvatures of the lens is known as principal axis. What we call that? Principal axis. What is principal axis? Imaginary straight line passing through the center of curvature of the refracting surfaces and optical center is known as principal axis. Now let's do next one. We were doing about the principal focus. When number of parallel rays are there, so after refraction, when they converges to a point on another side, so that point on another side is known as the focus of the principal focus of the lens. This is convex lens when they actually meet at a point. But when they appear to meet at a point, like when we are having concave lens, so number of parallel rays, this is optical center, this is C1, this is C2, and when they get, this is a diverging nature. So they appear to meet at a point. So that is principal focus of the concave lens. So these are the principal focus, and the distance between optical center and this principal focus is known as the focal length. Similarly, here you can see that the distance, this focus and this optical center is known as the focal length. So what is focal length? What is focal length? The distance between the optical center and principal focus of a lens is known as its focal length. Similarly, here also you can see that. So when number of parallel rays are there, which are number of light rays which are parallel to principal axis, after refraction, when they meet at a point on principal axis, that point is known as principal focus, or they appear to meet. So that is in case of concave lens. This is convex lens, this is concave lens, and the distance between optical center and this focus is known as focal length of the lenses. Now here we are doing about the thin lenses. What are thin lenses? When this aperture is less than this radius of curvature of the lens, so that is measured from optical center. So OC1 is radius of curvature of the refracting surface on this side, and also OC2 is the refracting surface on this side. So here we are considering the thin lenses. What is the meaning of thin lenses? When this aperture is less than the radius of curvature, then those lenses are known as thin lenses. So before starting the rules and other things, we should go through about these definitions and the terms which are related to the lens. Now let us do an activity which is related to that, how to find out the focal length of the convex lens. So how to do that? First of all, we will take a holder, and in this holder we will fix the lens. In a holder we will fix a lens. Okay, in a holder we have fixed the lens, and on opposite side through this lens we will allow the rays to pass through it. Number of parallel rays are allowed to pass through it. And on this side, this is a lens holder, and on this side we have put a screen. Clear? We have put a screen. We have put a screen. So number of rays, we will move the screen. Sun rays, these are the sun rays. So number of rays which are parallel or coming, then after refraction through the lens, we will take its bright image. We will move the screen backward, forward, and on the screen, after moving it, we will get it like here we are showing this. So when we move this screen backward and forward, so there we got a bright patch. There we got a bright patch. So here we have got a bright patch, bright spot. So this bright spot is the image of the sun. It is a real image of the sun on the screen. So when we have got the bright spot on the screen, then this is the real image of the sun. And this point is known as, this position of the screen is known as the focus. And this distance between this lens and this screen is known as focal length. And if you will keep it constant for some time, this bright spot at one place for some times, then after some time paper will start burning also. So this is the activities there that we can find out the focal length of the convex lens. We will take a lens and the screen, and we will adjust the sun rays in such a way that after refraction on the screen we will get a bright spot, and this bright spot is the image of the sun, and we will fix it here for some time. So we will observe that after some time the paper start burning. So this is called the how we can find out the image of the sun. So what you are watching, the number of parallel rays are converging to one point. So that's why convex lens is also known as converging lens. Convex lens is also known as converging lens, and the concave lens is known as diverging lens. Concave lens is diverging lens, because concave lens, both these surfaces are curved inward. So after refraction through it, the rays get diverges out, and they appear to diverge from a point, and that point is its focus, and that is virtual. So that is a diverging in nature, and convex is converging in nature. For today you have to revise this. Tomorrow or in the next class we will do about the rules and the ray diagrams formed by the convex lens and concave lens. Thank you and have a nice day.